Hi everyone. Hopefully that you guys are doing very good. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Martine, and I would like to welcome you with this beautiful show, Heart to Heart with Martine. So, what right now that you're chilling out at home, you don't really do anything, you're watching the show on your computer, or you are with your friends and you're watching the show on your cell phone, thank you so much for tuning in because today is going to be an awesome, awesome show, very motivating and very inspiring. But before I present you guys my next guest, I really want to take a moment to say thank you so much to everyone who tuned in for the premiere of Heart to Heart with Martine 2 weeks ago. You guys have truly shown me a lot of love. I received a lot of comments, a lot of text message, and I'm all about the positivity. So it truly helps me to keep doing, and it motivates me to keep pushing and keep helping you guys to be all into fitness. So you guys can follow me on Facebook. You can see on the screen. So facebook.com/San Antonio Fit Body Transformations, facebook.com/San Antonio Transformation. Also on Instagram, instagram.com/ Martine Nate Dilworth. And I'm also on YouTube. I have my own channel now. Whoop whoop. So you will be typing in Heart to Heart with Martine as well. And you can call me as well, 877-652-8663. 877-652-8663. So now it's time. The person that's going to come in today, I'm so excited because honestly, he has truly transformed in every way that you can think of, mentally, physically, emotionally, everything. And some of you may already know who I'm talking about, but he's lost a fair amount of weight, and he only been in the program since February of this year of 2018. He is amazing. You guys are gonna love him. I would like you guys to meet this awesome man, which is Mr. Oliver Lopez. Yay, Oliver! Come on in, Mr. Oliver. Woo! Yay! Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. And you? Yeah.
I'm doing very well. So say hello to our beautiful audience.
Hello, everybody.
So let's start from the beginning. How much, if you don't mind to mention to our people here, how much did you weigh when you first started the program?
When I started, I was 499 pounds.
499 pounds. And now we're talking about 9 months ago. And so with that being said, how does it feel like when you weigh 499, so it's almost 500 pounds? How does it feel?
Well, I remember back then when I started, I was very in a dark place because I was 500 pounds and I haven't let myself go that much. I have let food control me, and I was. I remember I started to get into depression and everything because of that. Then, you know, so it was pretty much dark feelings and emotions, the feelings of giving up and have I didn't want to keep on living, pretty much. So I just keep eating and eating, and so pretty much I just ended up being 500 pounds.
You know, you've mentioned 499, and for those of you guys, you may or may not really understand the concept, but if you're home, let's say, and you decide to lose weight, right? You're gonna go to the store, be like, you know what? I want to follow my progress. Let me get myself a scale. So you're gonna go and get yourself a scale. But when you're someone like Oliver and you are 499 pounds, you're not able to just go to any store and get yourself a scale because when you go to the store, most scale goes to 220, 250, maybe even 280, and sometimes all the way to 320. But when you are, over 400 pounds, you have to do other things. So when Oliver contacted us, I remember he approximated, I don't think that you knew exactly how much you weigh at that time. I think it was more like I weigh around, that much. So he mentioned an approximation of, okay, I weigh around 499, 500 pounds. And I told him, okay, you're going to go online and you're going to purchase that scale. So he does that. Everything is good. And then a few days or so, I was like, hey, Oliver, how much do you weigh? And I remember he was like, I don't know, Martine. The scale did not work. I was like, what do you mean it doesn't work? It's like my parents weighed on it. It worked. My sister weighed on it. It worked. And then I went in and did not. I was like, yeah, but I mentioned, like, which scale did you buy? And then he told me the scale, and I was like, oh, my bad, I made the mistake. So I told him the wrong scale to buy. And at the time, I told him to buy 450 XL. And for those of you guys who do not know, 450 means that it's someone can weigh all the way up to 450 pounds. Because he was around the 500-pound range, obviously that scale will not work for him. So I corrected my mistake, and he got a scale that is 550 XL. And basically, the 550 XL again, same concept. Someone can weigh all the way up to 550 pounds on that scale. So I corrected my thing. He was good, and then we actually started. So 499 pounds. The way that we're gonna do the show today, and is we're gonna have different rounds. As we're gonna go with the rounds, the questions gonna get more personal, so we can kind of know you a little bit better. Are you comfortable with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Yes, let's go. Round number one. Let the audience know and let me know, how did you get into this program? Meaning, like, how were you able to actually decide, you know what, I want to lose weight, let me go to this place?
When I remember back then, December, getting closer to when I actually joined the program, I every night for the last 6 months to a year before prior to that, I remember I wanted to change because I knew I was so big. The last time I weighed myself, I remember being 507 pounds before months before actually making the decision to lose weight. And I remember every night going to bed thinking, man, I need to change my life, and praying and praying. And I remember in January, I didn't even know about the program. Until actually Marcos, he my aunt has a business, and he contacted him. And the last time they saw him was a year prior to that.
Mm.
So by the time Marcos went again in January, he already lost like 200, 250 pounds. So I remember my mom and my aunt telling me the story about him, that they were expecting a big guy. They're like, you know, but as soon as Marcus walked in, he was a totally different man, you know. And of course, they started talking, my aunt, my mom, you know, office talk, they started talking. And my mom brought me up. And Marcos, out of nowhere, he was like, you know what? I'm going to call him. Can I have his number? You know, I want to talk to him. Because I know how it feels to be that 500 pounds. And then even my aunt, I remember my mom told me that she's like, all right, whatever he says, if he agrees, I even pay for the program, like on me, as long as he changed his life, because I don't want the time to come and instead of paying for his funeral, I rather pay for something to change his life. So as the day went by, Marcos calls me, he started talking, and in my heart, when Marcos was explaining everything about the program, I knew it was the decision I needed to make to save my life. Because if I didn't did anything back then, I was gonna keep on going, and eventually I was gonna get sick or die of a stroke or so many possibilities when you're that big. So he told me to add you on Facebook, contact you, and I did all the process, and I ended up being here.
You know, Oliver, when you mentioned the situation with your aunt, that she would prefer to pay for the gym than to pay for your funeral. It's something that truly, guys, it resonated so much to me, because I was like, I need to help this guy. I don't want this guy to exactly go 550 pounds, 600 pounds, or whatever it is that will be the number. So I really took it upon myself to help this gentleman and show him a way, or a better way, in my opinion, to live his life. And so, can you tell us right now, how much down are you?
As of today, I'm 210 pounds.
210 pounds. And keep in mind, since February, right? So it's only like 9 months. This is freaking awesome. How do you feel? Because I feel super excited. How do you feel?
I feel way different since back in February when I started. It feels way different. I feel like I'm full of life. You know, like I was born again. Like all the negativity and all the doubts that I had back then, I thought my life was over at the time. But now it feels like I was reborn, and I can do a lot of different things with my life. And I see like I have many dreams that I want to achieve. and I have proven myself mostly with the process that I can stick around and I can actually make it happen. Because by the time I didn't thought I was gonna do anything because I didn't have it in me. But now I have proved myself that if I stick with it and if I want it bad enough, anything can happen.
And I like that. I was born again. So that's quite powerful. You know, there's two memories I would like to share with you and with you guys as well. The first one is the first time that I met you, and the second time, the second memory is your first session, which I'm sure that you remember that one.
Saturday morning.
So the first time that I met you, you know, it was very interesting because Oliver came into the office and you know, again, he's 499 pounds, so he doesn't walk. He's not the guy who's walking the fastest, right? But yet, sit down, very shy, like extremely shy. I can barely hear him. And when he speaks, he doesn't really do eye contact. So he will be like kind of like this and then talking, still answering everything that needs to be answered, but not really loud. So I'm like, huh, like asking him to repeat 1,000 times. But there's one thing that has struck me a lot when I met you that day because his answer, he was so determined to lose the weight. And that truly, to me, again, it hit me straight in the heart because I was like, this guy, I mean, I hear what he's saying, I 100%, but he's so determined. And it's kind of different because I had some people before who were over 300 pounds, who were over 350, who were actually even over 400, and their behavior was not the same as yours. So, of course, they knew that they needed to lose the weight, and whether it was because they have not been successful before or because they did not truly believe into their ability, they were not as determined. You know what I'm saying? So when they were speaking, they was lacking something, but you did not. So this is something that I'm very thankful and I'm so happy that you were so determined. The other thing was when you did your first session, which was a Saturday morning. And so Oliver came in, and my first thing was this: I wanted to see how mobile you were. That was truly my first idea because to meet someone for a meeting, it's one thing because the person comes in, sit down, and then we talk for a few hours. And then to meet someone for a workout is something else. I wanted to see how is he going to move around it. Is he going to be able to sit on the floor, stand back up? How long is it going to take and stuff like that? So if you been around or if you've been around someone who's was around his weight, which is almost 500 pounds, you have to be very aware of those things and be very careful when you know crafting the workout. So anyhow, he came in that Saturday and I was like, let's see what he can do. And it's like, let's start with some push-up. And he started with some push-ups. He was not able to do 12 million push-ups, obviously. So honestly, only towards the end of the workout that he was kind of able to do like 3 push-ups in a row. So he would go flat down on his chest, go all the way up, you know, to his toes. And after 1 or 2, he was, you know, sweaty. You know, he was like very, you can see how demanding it was because think about this. He's lifting 499 pounds of the floor. So this is a lot. And I remember, I don't remember exactly who it was, but he throughout his workout he had some breaks and then took some water and stuff like this. At one time he wanted to stand up, and I think it was some gentleman that we have in the gym. They came around him and they're like, "Oh, let me help you, whatever it is." And I was like, "No, like you have to let him stand up on his own." And of course, it was no a polite conversation, but I was like, I really wanted him to be independent. I did not want him to have everyone to his rescue because like if he wants to be successful in this program, he's gonna have to find ways on his own to do things that he may have never have done. And I was so happy because you did stood you know, or stand back up. It took a little while, but everyone was very happy. Everyone cheered at the end. So that was definitely a big moment for me. Are you ready for round 2? Round 2, guys. So my round 2, my question is this. When did you realize as you go up, right, that you're gaining more and more weight and that you started to look different from your friends?
Well, I remember since being a little bit big since I was a little kid. And I remember, and even in middle school, like 200, 210 pounds. And that's when I think for me, I started realizing, I used to gain the weight real fast. From remember being in 8th grade and being already close to 300. So at the time, of course, I was like around 12 years old, and that's when I started seeing, you know, the difference with me getting bigger every month, and then in high school, that was when freshman year, like around junior year, that's when I was hitting 300, 350 by my senior year.
Senior year of high school.
Yeah, so
Okay.
when I graduated high school, I was, if I'm not mistaken, I was already around 350. So I was like doing those times. I realized I was gaining, and then after high school, I remember I just gave up, and like 3 4 years later, I made it to 507, which was my biggest. So
And how is it to be in high school and weigh in the 300s, weigh 350 pounds?
well, I remember being in high school in one school in general. I was It's pretty bad, because of all the bully and stuff like that. I remember being even in elementary, being bully, and because I wasn't as big, but I was a little bit bigger than the rest of the kids. And as I got older in middle school, the same thing, bully, and everything. And then until I got to high school, it made me, as I got older and all that bullying and everything changed something in me. It made me hate life, stuff like that. But it all relies on the weight because of that.
And when you say made you behave differently, made you think differently about yourself?
Uh, yeah, I remember because I remember being bullied since elementary. Because the first 8 years of my life, I was in Mexico. I was born in Mexico, and since then, I remember getting bullied, and because I was bigger, called names, pushed around, and because of the weight. So pretty much because of the weight. Then I came over here to a different country, not knowing anybody, no friends. I have family. I didn't speak English at the time, it's Spanish, and so all that stuff, growing up and being a bigger guy and being bullied because of the weight, maybe by the time I went to high school, I remember I had been with me being with a lot of anger towards others, but more towards me because I know it was me that was making this to myself, because I was eating, I was getting bigger, and I knew what I should have done, get help or get into a diet or stuff like that, but I just never did. So pretty much what happened.
Okay. And my round three is like this. Many people are watching right now, and they may or may not understand what brings someone that is 25 years old at the time to go in and reach 499 pounds, like 500 pounds or 507 at your heaviest.
What? No, I'm gonna say it depends different factors. For me, I think I remember growing up in Mexico first 8 years of my life, like I said, and my mom, she has always been a home stay mom. My dad's always working, my mom is always at home, and the way she was raised, her kind of affected us because I remember her saying my grandmother didn't allow her to eat that much. So I remember her saying that now that she had us as a kids, her form of love was actually making us food, and of course it's not her fault, that was because she was what I mean, brought up. And I remember as a kid asking for second plate, and she was like, yeah, go ahead, and let second plates and stuff like that. Then as I got older, I knew what I should have done, but I just didn't make the right choices growing up. And then all the bullying and everything, when once I once I got older, and all the situations of life that happen, bullies and family problems and stuff like that, it just made me rely on food even more. Like food was pretty much my go-to. That I didn't feel any problems. You know what I mean? It made me feel good, and in a way, what the time I was eating, then after I felt bad and stuff like that. But it was pretty much food that what my circle involved in.
And when you say that it was making you feel good, can you elaborate on that? What do you mean by that?
Well, in the sense that once I was eating, I didn't think of anything. I was just eating, and it was a form of flattering, I guess. Put it that way. So the time I was eating, I didn't feel good. I feel bad before and after. It was pretty much like a drug, you know. Once you're doing the drug, you feel amazing, put it that way. But at the end of the day, you're just killing yourself and stuff like that.
And so you've mentioned, okay, you eat, you're feeling good, then you're feeling bad, start to feel depressed, all of these things. At the time, and you may or may not have weighed yourself, but what made you think, keep eating, keep wanting to, and I don't want to say wanting, keep eating, you go and you, let's say you 250, and now you 300, and then you 350. So at any point, did you ever told yourself like, you know what, if I keep going like this, I'm not gonna make it?
Yeah, well, I actually had that thought many of times in my life. But it came a point where I guess when I was around 300, 400, 450 around those where I just gave myself up. I just gave it up and I knew I was killing myself and I was going in the wrong path. That if I keep continue going where I was going, I was eventually gonna end up sick or anything. I knew that, but I gave myself, well, like, why even try? I remember I used to have that mentality before I came here, like 5 months prior to this, and like for 2 3 years, remember thinking, nah, why even try? I'm already big. I'm just gonna die. I remember thinking I didn't have nobody, but just being selfish because I was pretty much committing suicide. I gave myself up, and I didn't want to try. I didn't want to eat. Well, of course I want to eat. I just didn't want to make a change because I was like, why change? Just let it happen and kill myself. I mean, end up going where I'm going and let it happen. And I was just thinking about that, and I wasn't thinking about my parents, my family, my sister, my friends, and I was just I was just being selfish. And into 5 months prior to the program, I started changing my mentality and talking to my sister, my friends, and my parents, and my dream that I gave myself. I gave up on my dream since I got out of high school, and all these different factors making me realize that I need to wake up. I need to do something because I don't want to, keep continuing where I was going and stuff.
So in reality, when you stop at for a while fighting, it's like if you wanted to die,
Yeah,
right?
it's like
But yet, like you say, the dream, and I know your dream, but they don't, which I would like you to mention it, but the dream have basically kept you alive.
yeah,
Okay, what is your dream?
it's to be a professional wrestler or sport entertainer as they
For
call it.
entertainer?
Yeah.
Awesome. What will be your name? Ah,
Uh,
we don't know yet. We
we
don't
don't
know
know
what the
yet.
name will
We're
be.
working. We're working.
If you guys know, hit us up and maybe we're
Send
gonna
ideas.
find, yes, send ideas our way. We'll see what it's gonna be. Awesome. My round four. You ready for round four? Okay, round four. So my round four is this: if you had to talk to your younger self, what would you like to tell yourself?
First, if I knowing what I know now, I'll probably stop myself for going to the route. But then again, I would tell him not to give up, that to keep on fighting, not to let out the anger, the lifestyle, the food, and all the wrong choices I did in my life to determine where I want to go. And if I could change anything, I probably would. But then again, I wouldn't because that made me who I am today. I would just tell that little kid, that 4-year old with his Pikachu mask running around, that keep on fighting, keep on going. That life is gonna get better and to follow his dream because that's pretty much what kept me alive for all this time. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but it's worth a shot. So just to keep on fighting and keep the positive vibe.
Positive vibe. I like that. Positive vibe is super important. And what does your journey means? You have kids watching right now. You have parents watching. What does your journey means to them? You think so? A kid that's there, maybe overweight, is watching you. Parents may have a child or children that are overweight. They may not know how to approach them, and they're looking at you right now and they're listening. What is your journey mean? You think to them?
Well, if anything, if I can help anything, it's just that. I mean, I remember my family approaching me and me getting mad at them, like leave me alone. But I just tell them to seek them with love and attempt to do the right thing. Educate them about eating right, since the little it doesn't matter how little they are or what their age is. Just educate themselves and being more fit. Take them out to the park, running, make them. Well, not make them. You can make do anything, bro. I mean, educate them to eat healthy and more, drink more water and take them out to eat. And take them out to play basketball or whatever sport. Get them into sports at a very young age. And even if they're kind of big, it's never too late to change. It's always don't let it get worse. If you already know you're getting bigger, might as well stop it. Try to change habits right there and then, because if you let it go, you're just gonna end up getting worse, like I did, and just keep on fighting.
What was that? You mentioned that you were kind of blowing off your parents when they will talk to you. So what would they say? What would your parents say to you to attempt to make you change at the time?
Well, I remember my parents telling me in every single way possible, with love, and even my dad is not cold-hearted, but he doesn't like to speak much. And I remember him saying, because they call me gordo, which is like fat ass in Spanish,
Okay.
but that's an English growing up, so like I don't love, bro. I remember calling me, hey, you're getting bigger and bigger. You need to change habits. And I'm like, yeah, I know. That's whatever. And they were like, no, it's not whatever. You need to change. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna change. And I just keep telling that I was gonna change, and I never did. And I remember my dad even telling me years ago, if you lose weight, if you lose 100 pounds, I'm gonna pay for your tattoo, because my dad is the guy that doesn't like tattoos. So it's like, if you lose 100 pounds, I'm gonna pay for your tattoo. He was thinking that at the time that was gonna motivate me and stuff, and he never did. And until now, I actually lost 100. She owes me two tattoos, by the way. But yeah.
Two tattoos now. Two tattoos.
Yeah, but I remember my sisters telling me, my friends, everybody, they're like trying to approach me. Sometimes I took it the wrong way and I get upset. And now I see that they were just trying to look out for me because they care. When I thought in my mind at the time that nobody really cared, that was, they wanted me to change and to do better life choices. And I'm glad they did, and now they're right here supporting me every step of the way.
And sometimes and I hear that a lot. Sometimes the people around us are liking us more than we're liking ourselves, right? That's kind of what I've seen in their stories. So the parents have attempted to help him out. The sister have attempted to help you out. The friends of other family members at a time that he was not willing to help himself out. But of course, time have changed. Now it's a brand new Oliver, and he loves himself, and he's able to finally live again, like you say, be born again. If someone right now who's watching weighs 300 pounds, 400, 5, 6, or more, whatever, and they have your mindset that you had before the program, so they're feeling like there's no hope, there's nothing, there's no use to even attempt anything because it's not going to work. What would you like to tell them at this moment?
Just to go out there and seek help, ask for help. It's never too late to change. Don't let fear stop you. The fear of change can actually stop you to do many things. Because I know it stopped me from doing so many things in my life before. Until I make the decision to start this program, and don't let it, don't let fear stop you. Just go out there, ask for help. It doesn't matter what you do. Of course, this is the best program. You want to come here because this is the best program ever.
Best program ever.
But it doesn't matter where you go. Just trying to change. Trying to change. It's never too late to change. Don't give up and keep on fighting. It's not gonna be easy, but it's gonna be worth it at the end.
Because you're gonna be so proud. Like, how proud are you right now? Like, we're talking about in February, even end of January, February, you were 499. Now you're 210 pounds down. Like, it has to be, like, did you believe that you could do it that fast?
Actually, no. I remember coming that's the first week I came. I remember you telling me, Mark was telling me, you're gonna lose 100 pounds in 3 months. I'm like, really? I'm like, not really. I was like, they say I'm gonna lose 100 pounds in 3 months, but I find it hard to believe. And yeah, they were right. 3 months passed by, and I lost my first 100, and then like 3 or 4 months later, I'm already at 210. So now it's changed my life forever. So I remember when I started, I didn't even talk at all. Now can't stop joking around and
Not able to stop talking. He talks all the time.
kind of time.
And the crazy thing, and he says it. So first of all, he's gonna come back, obviously. But the awesome thing is, maybe in 2019, in February, which will be around a year of him being in the program, this man right here may more than likely be 300 pounds down. So now you're thinking in 1 year. I'm not attempting to put too much pressure on you, right? Everyone is watching. Oh my gosh!
No pressure.
But like in 1 year, you may honestly be 300 pounds down, and you go back and you think, a year ago, I almost wanted to give up of my life and just, hey, let me die, basically, right? And then we there a year after, a totally different guy, and you're about to be 300 pounds. So I am out of words, which is very hard for me to be out of words. But I'm so excited. I'm so proud of you. How do you feel?
Feel great. I'm not there yet, bro. Just seeing how far I come, it makes me kind of feel proud of myself. And cause I wanted to give up so many times, but I knew where I needed to do, and I knew where I wanted to go. So I stick with it, and now I'm here, and I'm continuing going to stick with it, and I'm gonna stop until I eventually be 300 pounds.
90 to go?
90 more.
Only 90 to go.
Only more.
But Mr. Oliver Lopez, it was quite of a pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for watching. Again, you can follow us. Facebook is written down on the screen. Instagram, YouTube as well. And with that being said, we're going to see him back, obviously. Maybe before his 300, maybe at his 300, but he's definitely going to come back. Are you going to come back?
Of course.
Yeah, he's going to come back. That's going to be awesome. And I also would like to know, so there's a little thing I would like to know. In conclusion, what have been the best experience so far? So now that you're 210 pounds down, within the last 9 months, what has been the most awesome experience?
Well, I think the whole 9 months I've been here has been good experience. But I remember one time, my first halfway meeting. Now when I was trying to get up on the boxes, and I couldn't even get up on the boxes because that was around when I started, and Marcos and this other gentleman had to help me. And now I can get on them and no problem, I can get on them and I can run, I can do a lot of stuff. And I think those little things that I can do now that I couldn't do back then, for me in my eyes, is kind of a victory in my eyes, because I couldn't not even run or do stuff like that, and now I can do a lot of stuff, well, physically and all that stuff, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But Mr. Oliver, thank you so much. It was honestly awesome to have you. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you guys. And for you guys who are watching, for you guys who know him, again, I've mentioned that before, encourage him. Keep encouraging, message him, whatever it is, blow his Facebook up, whatever it is that you want to do. That man is going to be 200 pounds down, and with you guys' help, is going to be even more awesome for him to achieve it. So guys, thank you so much for watching. We out. Deuce. Thank you.